I'm going to do a quick video on how to read the different parts of this diagram. Okay? This diagram, as we've mentioned before, has 3 lines. Like a claw, right? Like a lobster claw. Okay? Where do lobsters live?
In the water.
In the water. Under the sea. Okay. This is the liquid part. And I'm actually not terribly interested in that. But lobster claw is grabbing the liquid, right? Now, question was, how do you tell which one is solid, which one is gas? Well, how come this isn't solid down here?
Because the temperature.
You look at the temperature axis on the chart. This is temperature down here. Cold things are frozen. So the coldest part of this graph is over here. This is the coldest part because it's to the left on the x-axis. Hot things are evaporated into a gas. So things that are to the right on this chart, to the right on the x-axis, are gases. Okay. In the middle, between solid and liquid, or between solid and gas, is liquid. The lines represent the transition between one phase and another, right? So this one is the line that represents melting or freezing, right? If you're going from a liquid to a solid, it's freezing. Vice versa, it would be melting. This line is boiling or vaporization, right? So it's either boiling, or if you're going backwards across that line, it would be condensation, right? This line down here represents going from solid to gas, which is sublimation. If you're going from gas to solid across this line right there, that would be deposition. Okay? The point where these 3 lines come together is called the triple point. And up here, where this line right here ends, is called the critical point. This line goes on forever, but this line ends, right? Above this line, up here, is called the super, meaning higher than, critical, as in critical point, fluid. Supercritical fluid above that point. Now, how do I read this graph? If I tell you 0.1 atmospheres and 40 Kelvin, you'd find that point on the graph. The point would be right here somewhere. What region of the graph is that? It's in the solid region. So if I'm way over here, it's solid. If I'm way over here, it's a solid. If I'm way down here, it's a solid. If I'm right next to the line, it's solid. Doesn't matter. If I'm anywhere over here, it's a solid. Likewise, if I'm right here, if I'm at like 140 and 1 atmosphere, right? If my point is, here's my normal line, right? If it's 1 atmosphere and 140, it would be a liquid. If I'm above that, if I'm up here at 200 Kelvin and 1,000 atmospheres, it would be a supercritical fluid. That's how you read the chart. Question?
What is it when you're like right directly on the line?
If you're on the line, that means that you're either melting or freezing, or you're boiling or condensing.
So it's an action.
It's an action. That's right. The line represents an action. The area represents a phase of matter, meaning it's not really doing anything.
Okay.
Good question.